Everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. 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 Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So let's use this moment to wait for some people. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please, as you are joining, just send good afternoon or send I or use the emoji. Good afternoon. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. Good afternoon. Send I as you are joining. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We start by 3:05 as people are joining. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. 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 Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So let me talk about the arrangement of this live. Good afternoon. As you are joining, send I. Send I. Just use a chat box I. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. As you are joining, send I. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. As you are joining, just send I. Send I or send we are ready. We have a lot to talk about within the 1 hour. Send I or send you are ready. Start by exactly 3:05. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. We are going to talk about a lot of discussion concerning your academics. As you are joining, send you are ready or we are ready. Send I am ready using your chat box. Using the chat box, send I am ready as you are joining. Good afternoon. Welcome to Student Hour with Kagos. As you are joining, use your chat box, send you are ready or I am ready. So 1 minute more, then we start. Please share the link to your friends, share the link for them to join, share the link to them. Share the link to them for them to join. Share the link. Okay, this is already 3:05. So let's start the whole discussion for today. Share the links to your friends, share the links to your class group chat for them to join. Okay, let's start. Good afternoon. Welcome to this Student Hour with Kagos. And people know me, some people know me, I always post a lot of details concerning academic, talk about practical tips, resources. I don't just give any random information. I share something meaningful, something practical. I love to work with something practical. So now in this section we have student hour with Kagos. Student hour with Kagos will always take place every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. From 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. you always have student hour with Kagos. It's just 1 hour. So as I'm speaking right now, share to your friend. So it's going to take place from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. every Sunday, where we talk about different topics on academics. As you are joining, you can use your chat box, say I am ready. So we talk about different topics on academics. And the interesting thing about this channel is that this live, this moment, this section is all about we having some interaction concerning how we can have better, or how we can do better in our academics. So the interesting part about this live session again is that we are majorly based on 4 things. As you are joining, share to your friend to join, share to your classmate to join before we start the discussion. So now we have major 4 things this student hour with Kagos will actually talk about or deal with. Now student hour with Kagos, we are all about learning, asking questions, connect and stay motivated for academic excellence. Things: learning, asking questions, stay motivated for academic excellence, and connect. That is the major thing. That is our major concern or major focus for student hour Kagos. As we are joining, use the chat board, say I am ready or we are ready. Please share this to your friend, repost to your friend or repost your status. So now very quick, what will be the arrangement of today's section? This is the first section we'll be having, and I'm very sure this will be very impactful. So the arrangement of today section is all about, we have a topic to discuss, which is you study hard yet your grades disappoint you. You study hard, your grades disappoint you. And the arrangement for this section is all about, we use 20 minutes to discuss the topic or 30 minutes to discuss the topic, and the remaining minutes then use your chat box to ask questions concerning the topic, or you can ask any other question concerning any challenges you are facing in your academics. Then I will reply or explain that and give a possible solution to your problem, to your academic challenge or academic challenges. So let me just, people are just joining, what we have is that the first 20 minutes or first 30 minutes we discuss the topic, which is all about you study hard yet your grades disappoint you. You study hard yet your grades disappoint you. That is for today's topic. Now, and the remaining 30 minutes or the remaining 30 minutes, then what we do is that you can ask questions using your chat box. Oh, this is the question I have concerning your topic or concerning this discussion, or you have any other question concerning your academics and you need maybe clarification concerning that. Then you can use your chat box to ask questions when it is time for us to ask questions. So let's get straight to the point. You study hard yet your grades disappoint you. You study hard yet your grades disappoint you. Okay, before I continue, please share this to your friend, share this to your friend for them to benefit from this topic. It's going to be a very insightful section. Please share this to your friend. As you are sharing, you are blessing someone. So share this to your friend for them to join. So you study hard, yet your grades disappoint you. So you study hard, yet your grades disappoint you. Now, what is the first thing? One thing is that students have this kind of challenges of they put all the effort into academics or put their effort for for preparing for a particular exam. They put their effort to study for that exam so that they can have an excellent grade. But to unfortunately at the end, if they are expecting A, they see C. They are expecting B, they see D, or they are even seeing something less than that. And yes, this is the problem. This is what I want to discuss. And the first thing I want to talk about is that note this: effort is not equals to the result. Please, just to, like, if you have your pen, please write out some things. The first statement I'm talking about is that what? Effort is not equals to result. Effort is not equals to result. Now, this, when it comes to academic, it's not about I push, I'm reading every day, I'm doing overnight every day, I'm doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, doing this, do that. Academic excellence is beyond that. Having good grade is beyond being putting effort. Having good grades is beyond putting effort. Having good grade is beyond putting effort. So now, I know most students, they put that, they work hard for the result, but no, at the end, no result. So what are the possible solutions? What are the problems? What are the possible solutions? Now, this, you study hard and you are still having that bad grades. There are different solutions, different problems. Different solutions, different problem. If I'm in that situation of studying hard and getting bad grade, my problem might be different from this other person problem. So I want to listen attentively and know where I'm missing it, or this place, this is what concern me. So what I'm discussing now is not about learning everything. It's about taking one thing or taking note of the part. Which one is actual, which one do you need to work on your own? Now, the first thing I'll talk about is that why people study hard and still have bad grade. The first, okay, before I talk about the first thing, I'll give my example of my story. In my class, I have people that even read more than that. They every time like this read in the morning, you see them reading. But at the end, I still graduated as the best graduating student. How do I do it? Okay, now we have like possible 8 problems or 9 or 10 problems we can have concerning this having excellent grade. Now, the first one I want to talk about is 1. You don't test yourself enough. You don't test yourself enough. I hope someone is. You don't test yourself enough. That is my first point. You don't test yourself enough. I'm repeating this now. You study hard, yet you have bad grades, or your grade disappoints you. Wish to have A and you are now having C, you are now having D. One problem you can have, or one of the cause of this, is what? You don't test yourself enough. Now, listen, did I test myself enough before the exam? Now, I'll explain this. There is what we call self-test. There is what we call self-practice. For instance, I'm reading for a particular course. Let's say I have ECN 211 as my course. ECN 211 is the course. I'm reading for a particular course. Now, for that ECN 211, I have various topics. I have 5, you can have 10 topics. I'm explaining now. I'm giving you the first point that what you don't test yourself enough. That is why some people have bad grades. You don't test yourself enough. Now I have different topics. Under each topic there are set of questions. The examples on each question, the classwork given to you, the practice question, the exercise, the past question. Oh my god, the past question. Now before your test, before your exam in school, the first test yourself. I repeat myself now. Before the test that will be given to you by the lecturer or the exam that will be given by the lecturer, first give yourself the test, give yourself the exam before going for the main exam or going for the main test. Now the thing is that what you do is that you gather questions from your class example, from the slide examples. You gather questions from the practice question given to you, the textbook given to you. Are you with me? You gather questions, then you solve them, then you put yourself in exam mode. Are you with me? I hope everybody's been. You put yourself in what? In exam mode. And you put yourself in exam mode, then solve other questions. Solve all the practice questions, solve all the test questions, solve everything. Then when you are done, then grade yourself. Then why you are not having that good result. When you are done, grade yourself. That is the first thing. Then when you grade yourself, you think that you have known everything, but you start seeing that when you start marking your script, you see that I made this error, and that's what cause some people problem. They don't test yourself enough. So when you test yourself, when you give yourself that exam, when you give that test before exam, when you mark yourself, you see some error. When you see that error, you work on that error, you work on the correction of that error, then you adjust. When you adjust doing that self test, you do the test again. You get, if you are now you are going to do it again repeatedly until you have a perfect score, or you are very good, or you know everything. Then go for your exam. You'll be very shocked that you have an excellent grade. The mistake is that why you don't test yourself enough. When you are doing yourself that self test and self exam, you will have noticed the error you will make when you get to exam or before you get to exam. But some people, they don't give yourself any test. They just believe that, I know it, yes, I know it already. Then you get to exam, they might solve question of 2 pages or 1 page or 5 lines. They will just make one silly mistake and the lecturer will miss it, and that's how they fail the whole question. You get, the first issue is that you don't test yourself enough. That is why you don't have the grade you are expecting. It's not about reading. So if you have studied and you make that silly mistake in the exam, the lecturer will miss it. And that one question, if you do mistake in one question and that question is 10 marks, 10. If you remove 10 out of the mark, how many left? How many marks do you have left? You see, your mark is reducing, your score is reducing. So that is the first point. You don't test yourself enough. So you need to test yourself before the exam. Give yourself self-test, give yourself self-exam. Give yourself self-test, give yourself self-exam. So what is the point of this self-test? What is the point of this word self-exam? When you have this self-test and self-exam, all the errors, all the silly mistakes, you will have make them before you get to exam hall. You will have work on them before you get to exam hall. So then you have a good grade. Trust me. That is one thing I do a lot. I will get what you do that. How do you give yourself that self-test? How do you give yourself that self-exam? You get past questions on that topic or on that course. You solve all the questions, all the classwork, the class example, the exercise. Solve them on your own as if you are doing tests. You can even give yourself time for that test. Then when you are done, mark your grade, mark that script. You see the error. Do you get that? Mark that grade, you see the error. And when you see that error, you are aware, you work on that error, then you do the test again. Then until you have a perfect grade, until you are good at that all the whole thing, then go to the exam hall. You see that like I'm doing something. You understand? It's like I'm asked to fix something as a test. If I fix that thing, or I'm asked to do like, okay, let me connect two wires together, I don't know how to connect it, but okay, how can you join A and B together? Now when you are trying to fix that thing A and B before the exam, and you know how to fix it already, when you get to exam, it will be very easy for you, just fix it direct, no error. So the first thing is what you don't test yourself enough. You have to test yourself. You have to give yourself self-test. You have to give yourself self-exam before the exam, before the main exam, before the main test. I hope someone is learning. We have a lot to learn. I hope someone is learning. The first one is you study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. The first thing you have to do is that you are not testing yourself enough. You know that you are not testing yourself enough. You have to start testing yourself, giving yourself self-test, giving yourself self-exam. So that's the first thing. Number 2, I'll talk about you don't know what the lecturer expects. You don't know what the lecturer expects. Writing exam, please let's share this link to our friends so that as we are learning concerning this, how to study hard yet your grade disappoint you, let's share this to our friends so that they can learn. Now the second point is what you don't know what the lecturer is expecting, or you don't know what the lecturer expects. One thing is that if I have a course, or if I have a topic A and I have lecturer, let's say we have 3 lecturers, let's say we have Dr. Samuel, Dr. Samuel, Dr. Rachel, and Dr. Samuel, Dr. Rachel, and let's say Dr. Joshua. We have that 3 doctors or 3 lecturers. The way different lecturer takes topics is different. The way different lecturer expect you to give them response to a particular question is different. So when you are, it's just beyond writing exam. Know what the lecturer is expecting. Oh, this lecturer like this. This lecturer like you to answer question in this way. There are some they like that. Okay, if I give a question, just give me what you have in the note direct. Some lecturer they expect that, okay, give me more points. Some lecturer they said give me evidence. So that's one thing. That is why you need to attend classes. The first thing, know that lecturer, what lecturer is expecting, how the lecturer expects you to answer question. You can't just answer question anyhow. If you don't give the lecturer what he wants, some lecturer they don't care if you like add, if you like don't add, they are good, they will give you your grade. So don't just answer question anyhow. You have to know, okay, this is how this lecturer see, this is how the lecturer view this question, this is how we teach us, okay, do it like this, I want it like this. If you are giving me exam, do this, add this one, give me a response like this. These things are very vital. These points are very vital. So apart from just reading, you have to know what the lecturer is expecting from you, how the lecturer expects you to give answer in exam. So different lecturers have the way they view things or the way they mark. So you have to know the lecturer. I have a lecturer when I was still in university, during my university days. I have a lecturer that, if I know I'm doing that man exam, that man, you just have to give him a lot of notes. You have to give him a lot of notes for you to have good grade. Are you together? You just have to give him a lot of notes for you to have good grade. So some lecturer, I have a lecturer that if it's exam, I know that one, Just go and take past question and solve past question and you are good to go. There's a lecturer, he will tell you that I don't want too much of thing o. When I say, if I say A, give me that A. So you need to know your lecturer. You need to know what the lecturer is expecting. If the lecturer is taking this course, unlike all the lecturer, okay, this is how the lecturer expects us to take course, this is how the lecturer expects us to respond to his question in exam. So the number one, you need to know the lecturer, how the lecturer is expecting you to give them answer or give them answer in the exam. That is the second thing. So you study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. We talk about 2 points. Number one, you don't test yourself enough before the exam or test. So you need to start giving yourself self-test, you need to start giving yourself self-exam. Number two, you don't know what the lecturer expects. You can't just give answer, you can't just answer, or you can't just treat every course anyhow. You have to look at the way the lecturer treats the course, the way the lecturer is expecting you to reply, give rest in the exam. That is number 2 points. You study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. I believe you are learning. Please share to your friend as this section is going on. You study hard, yet your grade disappoint you. Now another topic I'll talk about is that you make silly mistake in exam. Oh my God, I need to breathe in and breathe out for this guy. Even though as a scholar I know about this guy. Silly mistake, oh my God, silly mistake. See that I'm emphasizing on silly mistake. That guy, if you like, read 2 years before the exam. If silly mistake, if you just fall into the trap of silly mistake, everything gone. You make silly mistakes in the exam. That is third point why you study hard, yet your grade disappoint you. You will have read everything, you will have studied the whole textbook, the style, everything. You can get exam hall, give yourself response in the answer the exam questions, answer the test question, then you think that I pass it. Yes, most time what happen, you think that you have I know it already. This exam I will kill it. You might not even notice that you have done silly mistake, because by chance if they give you that script, you can't give you that script, you see that there is a mistake. So number 3 is silly mistakes. How do we deal with this? This affects grades. How do we deal with this? The first thing is that you have to have in mind that I can make silly mistake in exam. That is the first thing. So when you are taking tests, when you are taking exam, the first thing that have to come to your mind is that you have to be conscious of silly mistakes. So that I'm going to I must avoid making any mistake. You have to be conscious of silly mistake when you are in the exam or when you are taking tests. You have to be conscious of silly mistake. This is one thing I do a lot. When I'm there, I make sure that I'm confirming everything I'm doing. I'm not doing any mistake. So the way to act is that you have to be conscious, you have to be careful of silly mistake. There are 2 ways you can do it. The first thing is what? First, put in mind that I must not make silly mistake. That is it. As you are solving, ensure that you are not making any silly mistake. That is the first thing you can do. I must not make any silly mistake. So you have it in mind, you are conscious of that, you are careful of that silly mistake. I must not make any silly mistake. Then the second one is that what? When you are done with your exam, cross check. You calm down and cross check. Don't just do like this not like this and say cross check. No, that's not how to cross check. That is not how to cross check. You calm down and look at everything step by step what you have done. You can, if you are doing calculation course, You press the calculator and confirm what you have done. Hope this thing is correct. 2 plus 2, 2 raised power 4 is by 5. If you are doing theoretical note, make sure that I have not if you are doing theoretical course, check your question. Hope you are giving the right answer to that question. You are not taking the question from another perspective. So the third one is what? Silly mistake. What you have to do is that during the exam, be conscious of your silly mistake. Say that I must not do silly mistake. I didn't it. So be conscious of that, be careful of that silly mistake. And number 2, always check your exam. That is what I want to talk about. If you want to catch me, I don't want to pass very well in any exam, don't let me to cross check. Because no matter any exam I always do in this life, I always give time, I always give room for cross checking. No matter any exam, I always give room for cross checking. I can cross check like 3 times, check like 2 times. You just have to work with your time. You have to just work with your time. My exam is 1 hour, I need to finish within 40 minutes so that I can cross check. Or when as you are solving one question, you can check again. I hope you are together. I hope you are learning. Please, let's share to our friends. Let's share to our friend as this life is going on. You study hard, yet your grades disappoint you. You study hard, yet your grade disappoint you. I hope someone is learning. I hope someone is going to put this correction into practice. The first one is what I talk about is that what you don't test yourself enough. That means that you need to start giving yourself self-test and self-exam before the main exam or the main test. Number 2, I talk about you don't know the lecturer. You don't know what the lecturer expects. So you have to know what the lecturer expects, how the lecturer expects you to give answer for a particular question. The lecturer I know about that, what is that? He gave them proving and someone proved like 2 pages, but because the person did not do diagram before the person start writing and proving everything, the woman makes the whole mark, which is like 8 mark. Why? Because the person did not do diagram before proving. You can see that angle. So you need to what? You need to know the lecturer. Number 3, you make mistake in the exam. You make silly mistake in the exam. And how to do that is that when you are taking your exam, you have to be careful, you have to be conscious of silly mistake, and you need to cross check. Make sure that you have not done wrong calculation. Make sure you are not misinterpreting the question. I believe you are learning. Now, point 4, you study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. I think I have like a lot of points here. Maybe we just talk about 5 points. I'll talk about important 5 points. Now, you study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. You study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. Now, yes, point 4. Before I talk about this, I want to give you a story. There is one of my friends. We were studying for a particular exam. What do? You do a group reading. You need a group reading that time. Everybody start teaching each other, okay, this is what we know, this is what I know. Luckily for this guy, we asked one of our friends, explain this question or answer this question on the board or explain to us. And when the guy was explaining, he was doing wrong thing. He was doing totally wrong thing with confidence. He was doing totally wrong thing with what? With confidence. He was doing wrong thing with confidence. What happened here? When people start putting that, you are doing the wrong thing. Say no. This is what I learned this thing. I know what I do. I watch video. I do this. I did that. He was arguing with all of us that no, he's doing the right thing. Everybody keep telling him that no, you are doing the wrong thing. He said he's doing the right thing. And what happened? After a long argument, what happened is that the guy actually learned or studied that topic, studied that concept. But what happened is that he was reading the wrong thing. So the guy has stored the wrong thing in the brain. He was reading the wrong thing. He was reading the wrong material. He was reading the wrong material. He was reading the wrong thing. And he has studied that topic. So he has studied that topic in the wrong way, using wrong material. The issue is that he studied wrong thing. Thank God we had that good discussion. And we corrected him that day. Then he had to go and sit down and look at it and say, oh, guy, I have learned the wrong thing. Then he had to readjust and learn the correct thing. So what happened to that guy? Some people are always in that situation. What happened is that you learned the wrong thing. When you learn the wrong thing, there's problem. That's why some people don't have good grade o. Not that they did not study o, but they study, but they are learning the wrong thing. And they are learning the wrong thing. When you get to exam, they will go and put that wrong thing to the exam. And I have come like, yes, I will pass. I know I will pass this course. And you don't know that they learn the wrong thing and they give them the wrong thing, and the lecturer will mix that question for them. So another issue is that learning the wrong thing. Most times you will not know that you have studied, you have learned something wrong. Like, use 8 hours to study. I hope we are together. So if you like, use 8 hours to study. When you use 8 hours to study, if you are learning the wrong thing, you can't expect the lecturer to give you the right, or give you mark for that, for the wrong thing. No. So what you do is that, to avoid learning the wrong thing, you can discuss topic. You can discuss what you have learned with your friends, with scholars, with people that are very good. So when you share with them, then you know that yes, maybe I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. This thing can be solved by what we call group study. So when you share with your friends, so if you are doing the wrong thing, they will call your attention to that. No, guy, this thing you are doing is not correct. Just go and check your book again, or go and check your material, go and check the slide again. This thing you are doing is not correct. So to avoid that, discuss the topic with others, people that are very good. Learn with them, or be involved in group study. So if you are involved in group study with people that are very good, if you are learning anything, when people are learning, when people are sharing knowledge, if you have the wrong knowledge, they will call your attention that, oh guy, this guy, you are doing the wrong thing. I hope you are learning. So I will stop by 3:40 so that people can ask questions, or 3:45, 3:40 so you can ask questions. So you study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. We talk about 4 or 5 main points. Number 1, you don't test yourself enough. So you need to start testing yourself. Self-test, self-exam before the main exam, or before the main test. Number two, you don't know what the lecturer expects. Approach every answer, or approach every exam, or approach every test based on the lecturer perspective. So you have to know the lecturer perspective. You have to know the way the lecturer sees things. You can even know, it's not even, sometimes it does not based on that course, it's just based on how the lecturer marks it. Oh, this is why you can ask seniors, what do you know about this man? How this man marks it? This man, you do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. You understand? That is number 2. You have to know what the lecturer expects. You have to know about the lecturer. Number 3 is that you need to you make silly mistake in exams. So in exam, you have to be careful of silly mistake, or cross check if you have not done silly mistake. Number 4 is that you learn the wrong thing. Or you have learned the wrong thing. So to solve that issue, discuss the topic, discuss concept with your friend. scholars, people that are very good, so that when you are discussing with them, or when you are involved in an effective good study, if you are doing any silly mistake, they will call your attention to that. Oh, this guy, you are learning the wrong thing. Understand? So talk about that 4 thing. I need to talk about 2 points before we move to. I will not waste time in the next 2 points I'm talking about now. Another one is that you don't study to understand. Yes. I have a lot of points here. You don't study to understand. You don't study to understand. That is another point. You don't study to understand. Let me explain this thing very quick, because I have to give room for people to ask questions. You don't study to understand. How do we deal with this? Is that when you are studying, when you are reading, you need to understand. Why do you need to understand? Because most people, they just cram, or they just put that thing, store it in that brain, nothing, just for them to remember. They don't understand. Now when the lecturer asks question in the exam, then they are lost. That one people have this issue. I know there's about one course when doing my own level. I know that course is based on understanding. If you don't understand, you will not get it. The reason why some people have issue that they will have learned this topic, the lecturer will ask them question on that topic, then for them to answer that question, they can't answer the question because they don't understand. So you need to study to understand. See, I don't have time. I will have explained this point very well. There's a lot of benefit for understanding. If you study to understand and the lecturer ask question and put it in the format of A, B, C, D, E, like a word, maybe the boy, and let's say the boy have his pen or something like that. If the lecturer change the question to there is a pen in the boy hand, if you understand that thing, if you understand the topic, you will be able to answer the question. But if you don't understand, when lecturer just change something, twist question like this, you are what? You are out. You will not be able to answer the question. So you need to study to understand. I don't have more time. That's why I can't explain this thing. So you have to start studying to understand. How do you understand? I think I'll talk about that. You need to study to understand. You understand? You need to study to understand. You can attend lecturer, you can attend tutorial. If you don't understand, you can tell one of your friend who is or scholar or top student in your team. Don't be shy to ask for help. Don't be shy to ask for help. Ask them, I don't understand, teach me. When you understand, if question change, if lecturer change question format or just twist question, if you understand that topic, you will be able to answer it. But if you don't understand, there is a problem. Except if the lecturer just ask the question plainly. So you need to study to understand. It's very important. I don't have much time for concerning that. Now, another one, the last one I'll talk about before people start. If you have any question, please ask the question using your chat box, because we have the next 15 minutes now is for you to ask question. Then we round up this live section, student hour with Kagos. Now, I want to talk about one point. I think I need that point. Oh my God. I think I need that point. Oh. Okay, yes. You are using the wrong study strategy. We end here for today. You are using the wrong study strategy. We talk about 5 points. Please, if you have any question now, use the chat box to ask questions concerning the topic or concerning any academic challenges you are having, so that I can answer or talk about that. Then we round up this live, because I'm rounding up this live exactly 4 o'clock. If you have any question, please use the chat box to ask your question concerning this topic or concerning academic challenges you have. So now, you study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. Number 5 is that, or number 6, I don't know, number 6, you are using the wrong study strategy. you are using the wrong study strategy. Now let's talk about study strategy. You have to use the right study strategy, most especially when we talk about active learning. Active learning, you have to use what we call active learning. That's one of the study strategy. So you need to use a good studies, you need to have what, you have to use a good study strategy for you to have good results. It's not just, see, if I am if I am someone A or person B, if person B read this material or read the course for 20 days and person A use material for 2 days, if that A that use 20 days is using the wrong strategy and the person B using 2 days is using the right strategy, the person that study within that 2 days with right strategy will have good results than the person that study with 20 days. So you need to use a good study strategy. So don't let me waste our time so that we can have time to ask questions. I talk about 5 points. This study strategy will be our discussion for the next section, the next Sunday, 3 to 4 o'clock student hour with Kagos. Talk about right study strategy to use. Right study strategy to use and you get results. It's sure, 100%. It's very sure. So let me repeat my point. You study hard, yet your grade disappoint you. I hope someone is learning. There are a lot of consequences, there are a lot of causes, or there are a lot of problems, and everybody don't have the same problem. So select the one you're not doing, select the one that touch you, select the one that, yes, this is the one I need to work on. You study hard, yet your grade disappoint you. The first one is what? You don't test yourself enough. I've given you the solution. You need to start testing yourself. Give yourself self-test, self-exam before the main exam or before the main test. Number 2, you don't know what the lecturer expects. You don't know what lecturer expects. You have to approach exam question, you have to approach test question based on the lecturer perspective. How the lecturer expects you to answer his question or her question. You need to know that. It's not just about answering question. Number 3, you have to what? You make silly mistake in the exam. You make silly mistake in the exam. So when you're in the exam or when you're taking your test, you have to be careful, you have to be conscious of silly mistake. You have to be conscious of silly mistake. You have to be careful of silly mistake. And after solving your exam question, give room to cross check and cross check. Don't just rush. Calm down and cross check. That's number 3. Then number 4, I talk about learning the wrong thing. You are learning the wrong thing. You might be learning the wrong thing and you don't know, and when you get exam hall you give them that wrong thing exam and the lecturer will miss it 100%. The lecturer will miss it. How do you work on that? To work on that, you have to what? Share, learn with people, discuss the topic with your friend, discuss the topic with with top scholars or with people that are very good. Involve yourself in effective group chat. If you are learning the wrong thing, they will call your attention to that word, to that mistake. Another one we talk about is you don't study to understand. You need to what? Always, you need to study to understand, because when lecturer change format of question like this, it is that understanding that will give you that what? Ability to answer question. But if you don't understand, if lecturer change, even though you have crammed the past question, you have swallowed the past question like this inside your brain. If lecturer change format of question and you don't understand the topic, nowhere you can't answer that question. But when you understand, if like make lecturer turn it upside down like this, you answer the question. That is another point. And the last one I talk about is what? You are using the wrong technique, the wrong study strategy. You have to start using the right study strategy. And our next section, with our next student hour with Kagos, we talk about an effective study strategy that will give you that result, that give you that desired result. It will work. No mago. That will be our next discussion for the next student hour with Kagos next Sunday. Please, if you have any question, can we ask the question using the chat box? We have 9 minutes left. We have 9 minutes. If you have any question concerning what I've discussed today, or if you have any question concerning any challenges you are facing in your academic, please you can ask using the chat box. Is there any question? Is there any question? Is there any question? Do you have any question concerning what we have discussed today? Do you have any question concerning your academic challenges? Then ask question. Let's talk about it within 8 minutes. Then we round up this section. So I've talked about that student hour with Kagos is all about, we are focusing on 4 things: to learn, to ask questions, to connect, to stay motivated for what? For academic excellence. To stay motivated for academic excellence. To stay motivated for academic excellence. No question? No question? Okay. Please, let's share this to our friend. Okay, you can also rewatch this video. I will save it. You can rewatch it. I've skipped something, I can't remember something, you can still rewatch it on how to study hard and yet your grade disappoints you. I believe that with this my discussion, you study hard yet your grade disappoints you. With this discussion, if you put all these things into practice, there will be a change. Trust me, there will be a change. 100%, there will be a change. Another one that I won't talk about is skipped. You have to start early. Since there is no question, let me just talk about that point. Don't just say that, okay, I have exam tomorrow, then you now start, I will do 7 days overnight. I have exam, I want to do 7 days overnight before the exam. That is the wrong strategy. No. You can't treat every course like that. If you have treat a course with that pattern and you're able to get good grade, it doesn't work like that though. It doesn't work like that for every course. It's just few. It's just few courses that you can treat like that. You need to start early. Don't say, oh, the semester is 3 months, I'll start 1 month before exam. I'll start 1 month. No, start early. That's another point. Start early. Don't wait for 2 days before exam before you start reading. That's another point. Start early. Don't wait for 2 days before you start reading. So another one, join the student success hub. I always drop information concerning how to do better in your academic, different topic in your academic. So join the student success hub WhatsApp channel. Follow my Instagram. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. You know, if you found this page very helpful, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join the student success hub. I even drop some important or some funny reels concerning academic. You just laugh. So, and also follow my Instagram, Gabriel Kagos. That is my main page, Gabriel Kagos. Gabriel-Kagos. Join and follow my Instagram account. At Gabriel-Kagos. That is my main page. That is what I use majorly. Then followed by the student success hub. So student hour with Kagos, we always have a fantastic moment for you to learn. We also have fantastic moment for you to learn. So in the absence of no question, let me repeat my point again. I want to repeat my point for the last time. I want everybody to learn. Please, you must learn something o. If you have this issue, you must learn something. You can't just come here and come back or go back empty handed. Yes, I need to work on them. Don't just say okay, yes, good point, good point. Okay, this guy is motivating me, this guy is giving me good point. Don't just say that o. Work on it. Action matters a lot. Oh my god, action matters a lot. Don't just say don't just write it down. Don't just lis ten to me that I'm giving you good point. No, take action on everything. Start putting in practice. Start putting it into practice. It's not about learning and listening to the whole thing. Do you get that? Okay, so let me talk about everything for the last time. A summary of what I will discuss today. You study hard, yet your grades disappoint you. You study hard, yet your grades disappoint you. How do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? Different people with different situation. Different people with different situation. Check your own. Look at the one that is speaking, that is what talking to you directly. So you study hard, yet your grades disappoint you. You study yet your grade disappoints you. What are these, or what the possibles? Okay, again, you study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. You study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. What possible solution? Students are in different situation concerning this. So pick the one that work for you. Pick the one you are not working on. You study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. What are the possible solutions? 1, you don't test yourself enough. Okay, sorry, I said what are the possible problems and the solution. You study hard, yet your grade disappoints you. What are the possible problems and solution? 1, you don't test yourself enough. And the solution is that what? You need to start yourself self-test, self-exam before your main exam. Give yourself self-test, self-exam. When you are done, mark that script and look at and grade yourself. You see some mistake, some error. So you work on that error, give yourself that test again, give yourself exam again until you perfect everything. So give yourself self-test, give yourself self-exam, which will comprise the classwork, the practice question, textbook exercise, past question, and the rest. You understand? And number 2, you don't know what the lecturer expects. Treat exam question, treat test question the way based on the lecturer perspective. I think we end this live at this point. I want to end exactly 4 o'clock. So see you next week Sunday on active or the right study strategy. Please invite your friend next week Sunday. Invite your friend so that we can have a lot of people and they are learning, they are gaining this thing for free. Do you get that? So goodbye. Have a nice week.